Hey, what's going on with y'all? Fellas, ladies, what's good? Man, I'm signing in here, man, because I want to tell y'all something, man. Like, just yesterday, actually today as well, I've been smoking. Normally, I have, like, shit that I smoke that's real good for anxiety. And I usually stay away from that shit that's real stressful. There's a lot of that weed that causes that stress, man. Believe that. That's a real thing. And I think I came across some weed like that. It's loud as hell, but it's very stress induced. Like, it makes you think about your problems more. I'm actually gonna stop smoking weed for a couple weeks. Not a couple weeks, but probably a week. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I can do 2 weeks like that. I ain't that much of a soldier yet. You know, I got a lot of things in my mind. I need that weed to keep it elevated. And plus, it helps me out with a lot of other symptoms as well. But I know people understand that your body does things, starts functioning in a way that very similar to the same triggers you get if you had heart disease, if you had problems with your liver disease, if you had stroke symptoms and things of that nature. It's gonna trigger those kind of things, like your even the symptoms of diabetes. Yes, I'm talking about arm tingling, feet tingling, feeling numbness. Those things, carpal tunnel and shit like that. It goes to a lot of different things when you start feeling those symptoms. So you start thinking the worst. Because what do? Get on that phone. You're like, let me go look up Google. I'm gonna go on Google.com right quick and see what they got for me. Type it in, pull out your little phone, whatever, Samsung Galaxy, whatever the fuck number we're on now. Type in your shit. You're like, yeah, what do I do when my body starts doing this, man? I'll tell you what you do. You don't think about it so damn hard. You don't start looking at every little symptom out there that sounds real bad, like heart disease. You think you have some problem with your heart, and you really think you have some problem with your liver. And you might even think you have diabetes now. You're like, damn, I think I ate too many cupcakes that day. And you got weighing on that shit so heavy because now you're high and you forgot how high you actually are. Like, this weed I've been smoking is very strong. And I feel like it does weigh on situations. It makes it feel like I honestly was on tripping yesterday thinking I might have had diabetes, yo. I don't think I have no fucking diabetes. For once, I'm not peeing frequently, but I tell you this, I was having the arm tingling and a lot of that. And the reason why I'm making this video about this shit is because, man, hurry up and drink your water, nigga. We ain't coming to see you drink water. Basically, I woke up and I was passed out. I was laying back. I went to bed at like 6 o'clock in the morning. I have a lot of problems, a lot of things going on personally that are kind of bothering me, and that's another reason why these things happen. Bothering me for the past 2 days now, and it's kind of a worry feeling, and also a little bit of nervousness. Like I like a lot of different life changes coming my way. So can that be a factor in why I'm feeling this way? Can it be a factor in why you're feeling that way? I rarely ever get like this. But when I do, I have to make myself understand, okay, I always try to look at what could be causing this. What is on my mind? What life changes have I experienced today? What about the past week? Can that shit not all gather up and cause these symptoms? Yes, it can. Just like diabetes. So now you think you have that shit. I thought I had, one time I really convinced myself that I had a brain tumor. I did that shit, man, like a year and a half ago. Talking shit, telling myself a bunch of stuff that I don't even know. I'm all like, yeah, I probably got a brain tumor, man. No, you don't. Because I went to the doctor and they didn't find no fucking brain tumor. Because I had bad pain in the middle of my forehead. Motherfucker, I was smoking dope and I wasn't drinking water. Duh. See, and that's the thing. The point is that we can make ourselves do stupid shit like that and think that something's going on that's not. And really tell ourselves this shit and really hype it up. But a lot of those symptoms, man, that could have been cured easily with just might be drinking water. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it can be that simple. Drinking a lot of water is good for you, man. It really is. It definitely makes you feel replenished. When you drink water, don't you feel like you kind of like, you feeling replenished and shit, man? You feeling all like refreshed and new? Like you almost waking up. I used to drink more water and be like, you look in the sky and shit, when you was a kid. That's the kind of high I used to get. It wasn't weed. I got high off the earth, the beauty outside. Take a walk, man. Take a walk in the park. It's kind of beautiful. And you see how the women are looking in 2018. They're at their best form ever. I beg to differ, man. I think they look better back in the 60s, bro. Nah, the thing is, look, the point is, right to nowadays, this is what we seeing right now. And you got a lot of good things to look at. And whether it can be whatever you're looking at. It doesn't have to be women. As long as you have a fascination, just don't be looking at, things you shouldn't be fucking looking at. I ain't trying to discuss that. That's going off at a point. But yeah, man, just enjoy the atmosphere, man, basically. Just really enjoy what you have and understand that the things that you might have, let's balance these things out. Let's put them into a cubby box right here. And we're going to sort them out just like socks. So you got your shit trying to look for the right pair. Right here, we're trying to look for the right pair of all this fucked up shit to make this puzzle that we created for ourselves that we can't even put together. I'm going to help you put it back together. Matter of fact, I got super glue. I want you to put it underneath the pieces of the puzzle. And I want you to put it there and let it stay. So we can find out what this is. And then really take the puzzle and throw it in the fucking garbage where it belongs. This anxiety puzzle that we're all mixed up in. So with that being said, like you gotta like look at things like, okay, have I been stressed out lately? Am I about to start go to college? Am I about to start a new job? Those things are coming with me as far as starting a new job. Starting a couple days here. And that's always a nervous feeling when you get, like when you walk up in school for the first day, like you walk in here, you ain't scared, but you're a little bit nervous because, especially if you're a man, because you got to worry about like us as men, we don't try to test each other really. Like, sometimes we do, we size each other, but we don't want a piece of one another because we don't know who got skills and who don't. No one wants to get fucked up. Nobody wants to walk around this bitch with a rewired jaw. I'll tell you that. It's not funny. It's not cool. You can't eat your shit, drink it through a straw, man. Over some dumbass fight. Because we didn't think about what the hell, like, how can we stop this shit right now? Instead of being like, man, I gotta fuck this nigga up right now because everybody's watching. And he's insulting me in front of my girl. Okay, now you gotta prove yourself. Really, you don't. You really don't gotta prove yourself because I'm not gonna think. You can end up looking like that person that you didn't want to be and you were proving yourself not to be. You can end up just like that right now. Sometimes we just gotta be careful, man. We can slip into a situation we don't want to be in. Nobody wants to fight. Nobody wants no problems, honestly. There's some people out there who start for that shit, sociopaths, whatever. That's a different story. I closed the chapter right there on them. Once you put everything together, man, you can find out what it is, and you be like, okay, this has to be what it is. I guarantee you, when you do that, you'll feel a little bit better. I can't tell you to take a bunch of prescription drugs. Can't tell you to do that. You know what they have out there. They have commercials on that shit every day. Having problems not waking up in the morning? Feeling stressed? Feeling down? Feeling blue? Well, here's this pill. It's called Succinvan. With Succinvan, if you take it, it will make the symptoms get gradually better. Also, don't take Succinvan if you have heart disease, stroke, lung disease. And they keep going on and on. Like, motherfucker, what? Anyway. So yeah, it's just you gotta be just careful out there what you take. There's good pills out there. I recommend for me diazepam. If I did recommend one, I mentioned it before, aka Valium. That shit was able to help me understand because the symptoms that would come from the weed or whatever, like the arm tingling and feeling like a little bit cold even sometimes. That's in extreme cases that can happen. But just remember, it's anxiety. If you take that pill sometimes, and that might not work for everybody. For me, it did. You take that pill, it calms all that shit down. Like all those symptoms that you have from anxiety, they go away because it's just anxiety-induced symptoms. But that cures it. It's gonna stop those symptoms. Believe it or not, it worked almost like a miracle. Cause I used to get really bad panic attacks. My heart beat so fucking fast, yo. And I'd be exhausted. I'd be fatigued. I'd be sitting there thinking the worst shit in my mind. If you really think about it, think what you're thinking about, man. Really look at that. Analyze what you're thinking about. I guarantee you it's not nothing happy if you're having these problems. It's not nothing happy. Everything you're thinking about is destruction, terror, scared, fear, and also what's going to happen to you next if you're going to die. You're thinking about a will. Look at you. Talking about, man, I got to speak to my parents one more time, man. I speak to my brother one more time. I got to just call my girl, man. I got to call my man, one more time, please. Man, that shit ain't gonna happen. Not from this fucking blunt. Not from this bowl pipe. And not from this bong hit. Definitely.